The left is just running this country into the mud. And you'll hear them say dumb things like, nobody's equal till everybody is equal. And I just fundamentally disagree with this. Equality of opportunity breeds inequality of outcome on every level. Take two lawyers, for instance. You got one lawyer that wants to be a playboy and live that party playboy life. So he buys himself a condo in New York City, gets himself a nice car, fancy clothes, and that's his lifestyle. But then you take another lawyer on the other hand, and this guy has dreams of family. So he gets himself a nice house in the suburbs, has a mortgage, a wife, 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a kangaroo. Who knows? But the fact that they were equal in choosing the destination that they wanted their life to go in, that's where the beauty comes in. The beauty of inequality. The equality of opportunity breeds inequality of outcome. And that's the way our society should always work. You'll have a gas station attendant that will work overnight. And then during the daytime, he'll go to college to become a lawyer. And then you'll have another gas station attendant that will decide to just be a gas station attendant. You'll have 2 people. You'll have one doctor wanting to be a surgeon, and then the other doctor wanting to be a pediatrician. They have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to be a drug addict or a marine biologist, or you can be a drunk and be a banker, or you can be a drunk banker. You have the options. Everybody's life is only as good as they decided to be. And the opportunity to have that is where real beauty and real equality come from. None of us are going to be able to start on the same foot in life. None of us start in the exact same financial position when we start. My kids do not get to start in the exact same financial position as, let's say, Dr. Dre's kids. And that's okay. Because Dr. Dre made decisions different from me. He chose a different path than I did. So naturally, there's going to be benefits and rewards reaped by his family or his children. And that's where real equality lies. The equality to be able to do what you want. Now, there is goods and bads to this. You can murder somebody, but you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. Now, you can be a drug addict, but you're going to live in adverse poverty and probably homelessness. But you have the option to do it. You have that option. Doesn't mean that consequences don't follow your actions, but the fact that the equality of opportunity breeds inequality of outcome is just a marvelous thing. And if we were all the same, if everybody had the exact same, and we were all on the exact same foot, with the exact same amount of bread in our stomach and the exact same amount of pennies in our purse, then there would be no upward mobility in society. We wouldn't have investors taking chances on new products, new inventions. Some inventor somewhere trying to make the longer lasting light bulb or the perfectly cooking toaster to make my sourdough toast taste great every time. Never under or overcooked. We would never have these things because there wouldn't be anybody to take a chance. There wouldn't be any investment. Taking money from the rich and giving it to the poor by way of taxation and theft, this isn't equality. You can't legislate equality because no 2 people are the same. No 2 people have the same dreams, admirations, and desires. No 2 people have the same financial structure in terms of mortgage, or do they rent? Do they have a bank account or do they not? How many credit cards do they have? Children are an expenditure. Do they like the finer things in life? Are they just a simpler chap? These things is what breeds inequality of outcome. And the fact that we have the right to do that, to pave that decision on our own, is a marvelous thing. And we should fight to defend that right to make decisions. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to have the same as everybody else in the socialist, fascist society. Everybody has the same thing. And you know what? There are inequalities that I think should have real conversation, that should really be discussed ad nauseum. Like, why is it that senators, Republicans and Democrats, congressmen and women and senators get to bet on the stock market and then pass bills? Why do they get to preset a victory for them? Why is Nancy Pelosi and her husband making $100 million on the stock market when she's the one making the bills, when she's the one writing the legislation? Or why is it that a potato head like Hunter Biden get to go to a great school when he's clearly an idiot? But he gets to go to the school because his dad put in the money. His dad had the favors to be able to send him to an Ivy League school, when a much more capable, much smarter person could have had that spot and wasn't going to be a cokehead, a crackhead in a hotel having sex with prostitutes. You know what? That's inequality that I would like to have addressed on a national level. It has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with status. You know, why does Will Smith get to walk on stage and physically assault Chris Rock? Why is this something that actually happened? The rest of us would have been pulled out of there in handcuffs. But Will Smith can get away with it. Now, if Chris Rock presses charges or not, this is not concerning to the actual law. He committed an assault, a verifiable assault on video. This is something that you will be put in handcuffs for. But Will Smith gets away with it. Now, that is inequality I would like to talk about, because anybody else would have been arrested for something like this. And it has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with social status and your money. That is inequality that I would like to have on a national level. But to want everybody to be exactly the same as if we were a monolith society will only breed just devastation. Will create a population like Venezuela, where eating dogs is the only form of meat you have left. Eating rats is the only form of meat subsistence you get. This is not, that's the type of equality I do not want. I would rather be a lower middle class man than be that. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like, share, and subscribe.